It was a quiet evening and Chidinma had spent most of the day cleaning her room. She sorted out some old clothes she no longer needed and piled them on her bed. She also had a used sanitary pad she needed to dispose of, which she wrapped in a black nylon bag and set on the floor near the door. As she finished tidying up, her favorite house dress, a soft blue gown she often wore at home, lay neatly folded on the bed. She smiled to herself. "I will wear this after I'm done with everything," she thought, leaving it where it was. In a rush to complete her chores, Chidinma picked up the pile of old clothes and tossed them into another black nylon. She placed it next to the one with her sanitary pad, intending to take them both out to the trash. "I'll be quick," she muttered, tying the nylon bags hurriedly. She glanced back at her bed before stepping out, sure she had left her favorite dress behind. But as she tossed the bags into the big communal trash can outside, she had a strange feeling that something wasn't right. She shook her head, dismissing it as overthinking, and probably just tired, she told herself as she walked back inside. Later that evening, Chidinma began preparing for bed. She went to the wardrobe to get her favorite house dress, only to find it wasn't there. She frowned and looked around the room, checking the chair, the bed, and even the laundry basket. "I'm sure I left it on the bed," she said aloud, her voice tingled with frustration. She paused, trying to retrace her steps. "I picked up the clothes, tied the bags." Her eyes widened as realization dawned on her. "No, I couldn't have," she whispered, panic rising in her chest. She rushed to the door, her heart pounding, grabbing her flashlight. Chidinma muttered under her breath, "I have to check. I can't lose that dress." The thought of her favorite dress accidentally being thrown away filled her with regret, but she had no idea that what she would find at the trash can would be far worse than losing a dress. Determined to retrieve her clothes, Chidinma grabbed a flashlight and went back to the dumpster. The street was silent, with only the faint hum of street lights. As she approached the trash can, she noticed a man dressed in black crouched beside it. Curiosity and fear gripped her as she watched from a distance. The man had a flashlight and was meticulously sorting through the trash. Peeking from behind a wall, Chidinma saw the man pulling out sanitary pads, inspecting each one and placing them in a separate nylon bag. Her stomach churned. Could this be a ritualist at work? She had heard of such things but never imagined witnessing it herself. She quietly backed away and ran home, her heart pounding. Bursting into the house, Chidinma called out to her friends, Sade and Mary. "Sade, Mary, you won't believe what I just saw." Sade emerged from her room, rubbing her eyes. "What is it? Why are you shouting?" "There is a man at the dumpster," Chidinma said, catching her breath. "He's collecting sanitary pads." Mary frowned. "Are you sure? What would anyone do with used pads?" Chidinma shivered. "I've heard stories. Some people use them for rituals. And with everything I've been going through, I can't help but wonder if he's connected." As they sat down, Chidinma began to open up about the strange misfortunes she had been facing. "For months now, everything has been going wrong for me," she said. "I've had countless disappointments, job offers falling through, relationships ending suddenly, even unexplained illnesses. I've been to different prayer houses and they all said someone was working against me." Sade's eyes widened. "Do you think this man could be the reason?" "I don't know," Chidinma replied. "But seeing him tonight, collecting those parts, seems like too much of a coincidence." The next morning, Chidinma shared her experience with other women in the compound, including Nkechi and Amina. "That's so strange," Nkechi said. "I've also been having bad luck recently. Nothing seems to work out for me and I've been feeling weak all the time." Amina nodded. "Me too. I've gone to prayer houses but they couldn't pinpoint the problem." "Do you think this man could be the one causing it?" "It's possible," Chidinma said. "If he's using our parts for something evil, it could explain a lot." The women gathered in Chidinma's room, huddled around the small table. The air was tense as they discussed their plan to catch the mysterious man in black. "So, here's the plan," Mary began. "Chidinma will act as bait. She will go to the dumpster with a black nylon bag around the same time he usually shows up. The rest of us will hide nearby and watch. Once he starts sorting through the trash, we will confront him." Sade nodded in agreement, but Nkechi's face was filled with doubt. She fidgeted with her scarf, her brows furrowed. "I'm not sure this will work," Nkechi said softly. "What if he doesn't show up tonight? Or worse, what if he attacks us? We are not armed and he might be dangerous." Chidinma placed a reassuring hand on Nkechi's shoulder. "I understand your fear, Nkechi, but we can't let him keep doing this. He's hurting us and probably other women too. We need to stop him." Amina chimed in, her voice steady. "Nkechi, think about everything we've been through. The bad luck, the disappointments, the strange illnesses. If this man is responsible, we can't let him get away with it. We have to be strong. Mary leaned closer, her tone firm yet encouraging. You are right to be cautious, Nkechi, but that's why we are going as a group. We will outnumber him, and if anything happens, we'll scream and alert the neighbors. We will be safe as long as we stick together. Nkechi sighed, still unsure. I don't know, I just feel like this is dangerous. What if he's armed or has accomplices? Sade gave her a determined look. If we let fear stop us now, he will keep doing this for months, maybe even years. More women will suffer, including us. We have to try. Chidinma added, remember, we are not just doing this for ourselves. We are doing it for every woman who could be a victim of his evil. We can do this, Nkechi. After a long pause, Nkechi finally nodded. Okay, you are right. Let's do this. The group let out a collective sigh of relief, and Amina gave Nkechi a reassuring smile. That's the spirit. We'll catch him tonight, and when we do, we'll make sure he never does this again. With their plan finalized, the women steeled themselves for the night ahead, determined to uncover the truth and put an end to the ritually sinister activities. As planned, Chidinma went to the dumpster with a black nylon around midnight. The others hid nearby waiting. Sure enough, the man in black showed up and began his ritual of sorting through the trash. Hey, what are you doing? Amina shouted as the group rushed out. The man froze, his bag of parts in hand. I didn't do anything wrong, he stammered. The women surrounded the man in black, their flashlights shining on his face. He looked terrified, clutching his nylon bag tightly. What are you doing here? Chidinma demanded, her voice firm. The man stammered, I am just looking for plastics, bottles and cans to sell. That's all. Mary crossed her arms. At midnight, and with such focus on that trash can, you are lying. I swear I am not doing anything wrong, he said, glancing nervously at the women who weren't buying his story. Sade stepped forward. Then what is in that bag? Show us. The man stepped back, shaking his head. No, it's just empty bottles and cans. Nothing important. Amina, who had been quietly observing, suddenly lunged forward and grabbed the bag from his hands. Let's see what's really inside, she said, pulling it open. The contents spilled onto the ground. Several blood-stained sanitary pads, neatly folded tissues, and other items that sent a chill down the women's spine. What? What is this? Nkechi gasped. Stepping back, the man's face crumbled, and he sank to his knees. Please do not hurt me. I can explain. Explain what? Mary snapped. You just said you were collecting plastic. What is all this? The man began to cry, his voice trembling. It's not my fault. I was paid to do this. The native doctor, he gives me money to collect parts and other personal items. Chidinma's fist clenched. Why? What does he do with them? He uses them for rituals, the man confessed. He says they are powerful for charms, love charms, bad luck charms, anything his clients ask for. Amina's face twisted with anger. Do you even realize the harm you've caused? Do you know what you've done to these women? The man shook his head, tears streaming down his face. I didn't think it would hurt anyone, I swear. I was just doing it for the money. Sade stepped closer, her voice low and cold. Do you have any idea how many lives you've ruined? How many of us have faced disappointment, sickness, and unexplained struggles because of your greed? The man looked at the ground, unable to meet her gaze. I'm sorry, he whispered. Chidinma wasn't moved by his apology. Sorry doesn't fix this. You are going to pay for what you've done. Mary picked up the bag and stared at its contents, her voice trembling with rage. This explains everything. The strange bad luck, the sleepless night, the constant struggle. It all makes sense now. Nkechi turned to the man. How long have you been doing this? For months, he admitted. I come here every few days to check the trash. I didn't know anyone would notice. Well, you are caught now, Sade said, and you are going to tell the police everything. The women dragged the man to the police station, where he revealed the location of the native doctor. The police raided the shrine the next day and found piles of sanitary pads, among other ritual items. For Chidinma and the others, the experience was a wake-up call. They became more cautious about how they disposed of their sanitary products. Some started burning them, while others used private bins. Chidinma couldn't help but reflect on the strange coincidences in her life. Had her carelessness been feeding the very misfortunes she was praying to escape? Ladies, this story is a reminder to take your safety seriously. Something as simple as a sanitary pad can be used against you by those with evil intentions. Dispose of yours wisely and protect yourself. Thank you for watching my video. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, in order to get notified when we upload our subsequent videos. Thank you.